was just a pup. 6 years old, maybe. Gregor, a few years older. Already a big lad, already getting a bit of a reputation. Some lucky boys just born with a talent for violence. One evening, Gregor found his little brother playing with a toy by the fire. Gregor's toy. A wooden knight. Gregor never said a word. He just grabbed his brother by the scruff of his neck and shoved his face into the burning coals. Held him there while the boy screamed, while his face melted.
Today, we're diving deep into the misunderstood, reluctant hero that is Sandor Clegane. He's not just here to look intimidating and mutter about bloody knights. He's here to slice his way through the battlefield and make his presence known as one of the Tier 5 commanders. But, like in the show, Sandor is no fan of flashiness. He keeps it simple. Hurt the enemy, scare the enemy. Repeat. Let's see what makes him unique in this game, and why you might want him on your team. If you remember Sandor's story from Game of Thrones, it's a tragic one. Burned and scarred by his brother, the Mountain, Sandor grows up despising knighthood and all it stands for. He's got a soft spot for chicken, Arya, and as we find out, maybe a little bit of honor buried somewhere deep down. He survives battles with some of the fiercest warriors, proving that you don't need fancy titles or armor, just raw, unfiltered strength. So, you want the Hound on your team? Luckily, there are a few ways to recruit him, and yes, one of them is even free. First, you can pick up his commander pack in the shop every week if you're ready to invest. But here's the good news. You can actually get him for free during the summer dance event. Just join in the festivities, and his medals are up for grabs. And if you're feeling a bit crazy, check out the Crazy Friday event, where you can buy a commander chest every Friday. So with some patience and planning, Sandor can be yours without the hassle of dragons or debts. Sandor Clegane isn't just bringing brute force. He's boosting your troops with some impressive stats. As a Tier 5 commander, he provides total defense, total health, and total attack bonuses, each increased by a solid 25%. So, whatever formation you're running, Sandor's got your back and front. His guard skill, Hound's Charge, deals 4,000 damage in a cone, so if your enemies are lined up, they're in trouble. But it gets better. If they're already a bit beaten up, say below 50% health, he tacks on another 2,000 damage. Think of it as his way of saying, "You're down. Let me help with that." Then there's his passive skills. First up, Fearsome Reputation reduces the enemy's defense by 1,400 and strategy by 700 for 8 seconds. This is great in events like the Rebel Leader fights, where you just need that extra push to bring the enemy down. Then we have Backstab, which triggers when his health is higher than his target's, adding a cheeky 1,600 damage, so keep a healer nearby to maximize this. And finally, his Not a Knight skill boosts his defense, making him even harder to bring down. So, he's not just about hitting hard, he's durable and ready to tank hits too. So, you've got Sandor, but you want him at his peak. Welcome to Awakening. When you start his Awakening journey, you'll be adding stars and leveling him up like never before. At 4 stars, his Bite of Fury skill changes the whole game. Every time the front line lands 40 attacks, Sandor unleashes damage equal to 550% of troop attack and applies bleed, where the target takes 20% of troop attack every second for 5 seconds. It's brutal, and if that wasn't enough, he silences himself and a random ally. He's like, "I got this, everyone else, quiet down." As his star level increases, his active skills cooldown decreases, making him able to trigger these attacks even faster. So, the more you awaken him, the closer he becomes to an unstoppable force in the battlefield. Now, where does the Hound shine? In PvE events, he's a beast. His skills are perfect for taking on rebel leaders, thanks to his high damage output and bleed effect. And if you're working with formations that need a dependable frontliner, his passive debuffs come in handy, reducing the enemy's stats while boosting his durability. And now, we come to the cherry on top, the Fiery Scar. This isn't just a weapon, it's a game changer. At level 1, it takes Sandor's Bite of Fury from hitting one enemy to hitting 2. Level it up further, and it hits 3 enemies with the same 550% damage. That's not all. It even reduces the attacks needed to trigger his skill from 40 to 25, meaning he's hitting harder and more frequently. Just think about it. Sandor is out there swinging, bleeding the enemies dry, and dishing out twice, even thrice, the damage with this weapon. It's no wonder that in the game, a high-level Fiery Scar practically doubles Sandor's value. If you're thinking of splurging, this is where to put your diamonds. Now let's talk Tavern. At 2 stars awakened, Sandor brings serious value. He has 6 stars in command and combat rate, and 5 in leadership. In plain English, this means he can boost your army's size, total stats, and damage output. So when you're gathering a team for a rally, Sandor's buffs make him a prime pick. And let's face it, in the Tavern, his cold stare alone could probably clear the room of weaklings. So, if you're looking for a commander who is part tank, part DPS, and all attitude, Sandor Clegane is the one. He may not be the knight Westeros deserves, but he's the one it needs. From his powerful bleed effects to his silencing self-sacrifice, the Hound is all about making a mess of the enemy's plans. Just remember, he's not the warm, fuzzy type. But if you need someone to slice through your enemies and stare down the worst Westeros has to offer, Sandor Clegane is your man. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you like it and want to see more videos like this, please like it and subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.